On this week's Packed to the Rafters, Faster Than the World podcast, we've got late-breaking NXT news. We got a brand new segment we're calling Book 'em or Bust 'em. We've got a special announcement regarding a special event on the PJTW network later this week. And, of course, we're covering the 5 big matches on this week's NXT. Jake, you ready?
I'm always ready, Fritz.
It's the Faster Than the World podcast. Here we go.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Faster Than the World podcast. I am Jake.
I'm the Amazing Fritz.
What's up, Fritz? How you doing?
I'm pumped. We're going to change up format this week a little bit. We got some very late-breaking news on NXT. They announced they're going on the road with the show. They announced 11 or 12 big dates. Most of them are in Florida. It looks like they're going to follow the old Florida Championship Wrestling territory. And then a few dates look like they're moving in on Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. The full list of dates available on, of course, on WWE, or if you Google it. Starting up on next weekend, Friday, 2 weeks from now, Friday, April 30th, they're going to Lakeland, Florida. On the 1st, they're going to Tampa, Florida. On the 2nd, they're in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Following week, on May 8th, they're in Largo, Florida. And then another week ahead, they're going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on the 14th of May, Albany, New York on the 16th of May, Stark, Florida on Saturday, the 23rd of May, Citrus Springs, Florida, the 29th, Venice, Florida on the 30th, and then they're going to close out this stretch of the tour hitting Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the Midwest with Cleveland, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio. Big news for people in those areas.
Yeah, it's always good. I mean, when they went to Columbus already when Riley Owens won, and that was a hot crowd. That was kind of cool to see him,
yeah, it's true. That was their test audience, and apparently Columbus is a hot wrestling market because they've already announced a comeback. I think it's a big deal that they're recognizing they can take this product on tour and give a lot of these guys experience that they really weren't getting staying in that studio each week.
Yeah, I agree. I think WrestleMania weekend really showed them that. And plus, it's kind of exciting because we're between Florida and those areas, so all they got to really do is just fill in that gap. So
we could be a layover. Come on, Hunter, make it happen. Greensboro, always a hot wrestling town.
Yeah, and speaking of wrestling in Greensboro, stay tuned on PJTWCentral.com this week.
Oh, wait. That's the big announcement. We got to wait. Make him wait. Don't give it to him yet.
Okay. Sorry. But going into NXT this week for April...
Yeah, let's talk about the show this week.
Okay, April 22nd. We started out big with Finn Balor versus Ty Dillinger.
A new look for Ty Dillinger. I'm going to call him the Fallen Angel Ty Dillinger.
Oh, yeah, he had the Black Panther tat, so he works 60% of the time, none of the time. But what did you think of the match?
I enjoyed it. It was kind of a surprise to see Ty Dillinger out there. He actually looked a little bigger than Finn, which is kind of a surprise. Mm-hmm. But he very... believably held his own for a little bit with Finn, but Finn, of course, in the end, winning handily with the flying double stomp.
Oh yeah, it was nice. And then Tyler Breeze popped up on the Titantron there, and pretty much
the
NXT-tron called out Finn. So I think that's going to be a pretty good feud, or even just match next week, if anything. What'd you think?
Tipping a feud for these guys. I like it. I like seeing Tyler on camera. I like seeing Finn wrestle anybody. I like seeing him working the rounds. I'm hoping to see him step up to the big show soon. But for the time being, yeah, Tyler Breeze is a good guy to work with him.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And then we had Dana Brooks promo.
A little backstage action with Dana Brooke this week.
It was okay. And then we went to a Kevin Owens promo that was a little better than the Dana Brooks promo. That's all I can really say about it. Yeah,
Dana, she's comfortable on the microphone. She's not amazing on the microphone. She's not great, but she's definitely confident in the character she has, and she's definitely getting it across. And Kevin Owens putting over the match later in the evening.
Yeah, it was awesome. Then we went into the three-way match versus Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte
to determine the number one contender for the ladies NXT title.
Oh yeah, it was a great match. It started out really sloppily, but it got going. What do you think, Fritz?
I believe we made some predictions last week. I can't recall exactly who our choices were across the board, but once I saw the three of them in the ring, I really felt Becky Lynch was going to take it because I thought to myself, why are there two faces in the ring with a clear heel? Because normally in a three-way match, you have two people working together against the third for a while. And so I thought, well, wait a minute, is it going to be the two faces trying to challenge each other back and forth, and she sneaks in to steal it? And sure enough, she snuck in and stole it in the end.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. Charlotte had Bayley in the figure 8, where she kind of does an inverted right there, and then
there's a figure 4, and then there's a back bend.
Yeah, and then Becky Lynch snuck in there while she was focusing on that maneuver.
Yeah,
the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exploiting the weakness of the move. That when Charlotte does the back bend, she's not actually looking at her opponent.
Yeah.
So she wasn't able to see that. Becky Lynch snuck in. Becky Lynch, I enjoyed her throughout the match. She hit a big suplex, hit some big leg drops that I liked, and did a weird knee bar variation I'd never seen before. But like you said, the match started awkwardly, but it transitioned nicely into a really good, not terribly long, but a solid three-way match. But I always sing the praises of the ladies in the NXT. They're always a great match, and those three in the ring, definitely worth watching.
Yeah, then we had a bit of a surprise. CJ Parker, we thought he was gone, but he's back. Again, maybe for the last time, who knows?
Yeah, the C.J. Parker never-ending farewell tour.
Oh yeah, it's nice. He's like Kiss.
It's like the endless summer of C.J. Parker.
Versus Hideo Itami. Big headlock from C.J. Parker at the early going.
Yeah. That's the most offense I've seen from Parker in a while. I think he held that headlock for a good 25 seconds.
But yeah, Hideo does eventually win with the
shotgun kick.
Yeah, the shotgun
running kick. Yeah,
it's pretty nice move. Hideo looking strong after that big Mania documentary thing they kind of put over him.
Yep. And then they come back in. There's a Becky Lynch Sasha Banks backstage confrontation, teasing the. I don't know if the match is coming up next week or just soon, but now that we know Becky Lynch is the number one contender, a little bit of back and forth between these two ladies. I like it.
Yeah, former aligned partners. But then we went into Rhino versus this young man. They didn't announce his name or anything, but Rhino did win very handily.
Yep, CYM getting no offense.
Super over the NXT crowd. NXT chants, ECW chants, Rhino chants throughout the whole match. And then we go into the back with Carmella with Blake and Murphy kind of
serenading her.
Yeah.
And then Enzo and Cass come in and playing Music Critic and deciding. Well, we've seen that Cass can sing, so we'll allow that Cass has an opinion on the song. But Enzo sounds like. Well, to be honest, he sounds like some dimes in a muffler. That's what he sounds like. It's a little harsh. His voice is.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, but as always, Enzo not in the ring. That's gold. Love him.
Yeah.
Love seeing those guys.
Cass is really funny too. Talking like, how many times can I say garbage?
Garbage. The jewelry is garbage.
It was perfect. And then went into a Riley versus Owens.
2. The internet's on fire.
It is.
A-Rye.
Riley hit a really good dropkick at the early going. But other than that, not real impressive.
Then after about a minute or so, attempted the slowest baseball slide I think I've ever seen, and which Kevin Owens easily sidestepped, and then went on the offense and laid it to him, and handily finished him pretty quickly. I don't think the match was 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes tops.
Yeah,
which they had built up for more than a week.
Interesting feud.
Or non-feud. Like, how is it a feud when one guy doesn't even have to make an effort? Like, it's.
Owens was attacking Riley after the match, I guess, just to lay emphasis on it. But Zayn didn't want to see anything like that go down.
Yeah, so they teased Owens doing the powerbomb against the apron again, as he's done against Neville and then Sami Zayn also, teasing him to do it on Riley. When Sami Zayn comes in, House of Fire.
And then they do a lot of NXT talent come out of the locker room to try to break up the two.
An army of unknown NXT talent.
Oh yeah, nice young men, you know.
Very fit, healthy guys in black and gold tracksuits.
And then Sami Zayn goes over the turnbuckle for a senton, wiping all those guys out, including Owens in the melee of that. Just like one El Generico did, hyping up the Briscoes Steen Generico feud.
Yeah, for longtime fans of Owens or Zayn and their former identities and their previous lives in Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
you know, you see this spot, but it's just like seeing the new Star Wars trailer. It doesn't matter if you've seen it before. It's still exciting. It's still awesome. It's still these guys that you're excited to see. So super cool moment. Super good way to finish the show, I thought.
Yeah, great fucking point there, dude. But we're going right into our new segment now.
Yeah. Let's not give them the announcement yet. Let's do the segment.
Okay.
All right, brand new segment here we're doing on the show this week called Book 'em or Bust 'em. We've got a list, and young Jake has not seen the list, and we're drawing blindly from the list each week. We're going to pick one name from the NXT roster, and we're just going to give some thoughts on them, whether you like them or don't like them, just general thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up by if you were going to start an organization tomorrow, would you book this talent or would you bust them, send them back to wherever they're from, you don't want to see them again? So this week, first inaugural edition of Book 'em or Bust 'em, the name chosen before the show is Alexa Bliss.
Ooh.
Curious, not the strongest one right out the gate, but we haven't seen a lot of her. So what do you think, Jake?
I like her enthusiasm in the ring. She does have the Bliss flip with the double knee, and then I think she does another move that I was kind of impressed that I've never seen before in the turnbuckle, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen much of her. She does look good. I would book her. I would definitely get her in.
You want to give her a chance in ladies division? Gotcha. I agree. I like her a lot. I like the Bliss flip with the knees on the moonsault. I like the kind of super positive cheerleader thing she's got going without actually being a cheerleader. But because I guess there's a possible heel connotation to being a cheerleader. But I like the bit of blue hair. I think she needs a little more action in the ring. Maybe she's the kind of talent that's going to be going on the road with NXT and going to be seen more by these crowds. If anybody out there is listening in those areas and sees these shows, please hit us up on Twitter. We'd like to hear some reports and see how these shows go live, see how the crowd is into people, see who's over, see who's not.
Most definitely.
See who makes an impression. So so definitely, before we wrap it up, Alexa Bliss, you're saying Booker.
Saying book 'em.
I agree. So it's a Booker for Alexa Bliss, inaugural edition, Booker or Busted.
Nice.
Now, finally, to close out the show, big. To me, I can't stress how big this announcement is. To me, I'm excited about this because I haven't actually heard. I know the announcement, but I haven't heard what's coming. Lay it on the fans.
All right, Fritz. Well, as you know, there's many. Mick Foley came out a few years ago with his wrestling book, and since then there's been many wrestling books. Well, this one is one currently coming up. It's a Front Row Section D. It's written by John Hitchcock, and he was a very big fan in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He went to all the Mid-Atlantic events in the Greensboro Coliseum, so that's tons and tons. He
also traveled up and down the East Coast. People familiar with Pro Wrestling Torch, familiar with Bruce Mitchell's writing, John Hitchcock illustrated a lot of Mitchell's articles, and basically if Mitchell went to a show, Hitchcock was there with him. Even before Mitchell started going to the show. John Hitchcock's an amazing storyteller, an endless array of funny-ass stories. It's rare to hear somebody that's got these kind of stories that wasn't actually in the business. Lots of funny stuff. I can't wait to hear the stories he told because I know I've known him more than 30 years, and I know I haven't heard all the stories yet.
Yeah, I do feel like we did just get a little scoop, but the scoop I think it was a good one, and it was a funny one. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up Friday. We have, if you're listening to this, I guess you've already heard the PJTW podcast this week, and this one's a Thursday night. So for this week's Faster in the World, I'm Jake.
This is the Amazing Fritz.
Can't slow down.
Yeah.